going to do a couple of original songs that I wrote a few years back, 2012, I believe. And yeah, I know. Got to get back in the studio, John.
Hello.
Hello.
I can help with that.
I bet you could. The first one I'm going to do, it kind of tells a story. Now, you know we live in a beautiful island, don't we? Aren't we blessed? We are blessed. But because we live on an island, and when we're a four-season country, many of us had to go away to find work so we could support our families. This isn't a new thing. This has been going on for generations. My grandparents' era, everybody went to Boston. You know, that was the place to go, and some stayed. My Grammy Reeves and Grandpa Jack, they got married down there. My grandmother worked at a perfume factory decorating bottles, you can imagine. Well, then in my mom and dad's era, everybody went to Ontario and Oshawa, right? It was a car boom. So everybody went. It's a kind of bust now, but then it was a boom. And in my era, we went west. I went to Edmonton, my sister went to Edmonton, and I worked for Thornridell Accounting. I was the secretary. Yeah, I always got backup duty on the switchboard. I hated it, but anyway. I guess I did okay, because I always got stuck with that job. But no matter where we go, right? What do we dream of? Exactly. And I remember after a year out west, we were going like crazy trying to get home. We missed the ferry, of course. We arrived at around 4 o'clock in the morning. We opened the door and the salt water just, and you don't know how good that smells. You don't realize what you miss until you leave it. This is called going home. I close my eyes and I am standing bare feet on that red dirt road. In my mind I am dreaming, and in my dreams I'm going home. Well, it's so quiet here where I'm laying. Thoughts go back too long ago to a place where I once lingered, to a path I could not go. I close my eyes and I am standing bare feet on that red dirt road. In my mind I am dreaming, and in my dreams I'm going home. Well, everyone must make their choices, hoping for that pot of gold. But in the darkness and in the quiet, comfort comes from memories told. I close my eyes and I am standing bare feet on that red dirt road. In my mind I am dreaming, and in my dreams I'm going home. I close my eyes standing, bare feet on that red dirt road. In my mind, I am dreaming, and in my dreams, I'm going home. And in my dreams, I'm going home. Thank you so much. Oh my Lord, aren't they wonderful? Let's give them a hand, guys, please. You know, the music industry on PEI, we're a small island. It's very small. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody sang or sung with somebody who's sung with somebody else. And all these lovely folks behind me, I have a little connection with. That makes me very, well, maybe not so much with Mr. Brad Fremlin, but isn't he wonderful? Wait till, are you going to do a drum thing today? You going to do he's awesome. So I'm going to take you a little bit back in time. It's going to date me just a tad, you know. I don't always look like this. I started at 3:30 this afternoon, okay? Actually, I put curlers in last night, but when I took them out today, it didn't look right, so I'm not going to go into that. I say, it's not fair. The guys, they just jump in the shower, roll out, put on clothes, and they look good. I don't know, though. This doesn't just happen, Jolee. Are you sure?
This takes work. This is not just, no, this is...
If you have a bad hair day, you put a hat on.
Well, I got my hair cut before the show, so that wouldn't happen.
He doesn't have it here.
It's very... I like it. I like to keep it tight. I like it tight. What can I say?
Different show, different time. Anyway, so I grew up in the era of the one-room schoolhouse. Now, how many folks here have ever attended a one-room school? Can I see some hands? Oh, come on now. Good Lord, I think I don't even know what to say about that. I guess I'm getting old, honey. Am I getting old, honey? No, of course not. I am. It'll be 60 this year. Yeah. This is called the one-room schoolhouse. Now, I went to number 96 Irish Town, one-room schoolhouse. Still laughing. You laughing because I'm going to be 60 or what? My father went to it, that school, and his father went to that school, and his father's father went to that school. And then they moved that school after we amalgamated, went into the bigger schools, and it went to Penderosa Beach. And it became their activity center, still there today, but it's a cottage community, so you know you had to be tough to go to their one-room school, and you know you can't relate because nobody went there. Let's go, guys. Let's tell them a little story about that one-room schoolhouse. That one-room schoolhouse of mine, long ago, where I learned all my rhymes, where my father, grandfather, great-grandfather too, where we learned life's lessons in that little one-room school. Well, I remember walking mornings, sometimes that 1 mile seemed like 10, with our pockets full of apples, our books upon our backs. We made our way faithfully along that beaten track to that one-room schoolhouse of mine, long ago, where I learned all my rhymes, where my father, grandfather, great-grandfather too, where we learned life's lessons in that little one-room school. And fetching water from the pump house, fighting for the right to ring that bell. And though the lessons that were taught seemed so hard to understand, they were only tiny stepping stones along life's greater path to that one-room schoolhouse of mine, long ago, where I learned all my rhymes, where my father, grandfather, great looking back now on the memories. Little children are all now grown, but I only have to think about the fun and games we had to find myself there again, right on that beaten track to that one-room schoolhouse of mine long ago, where I learned all my rhymes, where my father, grandfather, great-grandfather too, where we learned life's lessons in that little one-room school. Help us now, come on! That one-room schoolhouse of mine long ago, where I learned all my rhymes, where my father, grandfather, great-grandfather too, where we learned life's lessons in that little one-room school, where we all learned our life's lessons in that little one-room school. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night. Wow.
That's Jolee Patkai. Let's hear it for